Okay, so this is the Sumome um dashboard. That's the word. So I'm going to just go through all of the different features that are here that you can use and talk a little bit about how you can use them. So we're going to start over here. So this is the list builder. And this is a pop-up that appears on the website whenever somebody appears on a particular page. You can set all sorts of things. You create your pop-up and you create your success, you've signed up appearance. So on here you can see I've chosen a template called Boost. I've picked it to be small. The default animation I think is nothing. So see, that's the swing. The default is it just does that. So all these different animations do different things, and you need to have a pro account to use any of those. Obviously you can set different things to do, so you can have different calls to action. So you can have a social media follow. You could have a call to action. So if you wanted people to go to a particular blog post or a particular page, if you wanted to direct them directly to a particular course you're running or a webinar that you want them to sign up to, then you can obviously do that there. I'm using an email collect, so I want email details. Then you just customize it. So I've got my heading there, free ebook when you subscribe. There's the blurb. Change the font, change the color of the font. You can change the subscribe now button, the opt out button, and there you can, I could change that information if I wanted to. So I could change that to just say first name, and then you could just about make out that that's changed there to first name. And obviously email, and then you can add in questions, you can add in fields over here. So you can see I've added in a field, what's your biggest barrier to happiness, and there's the background image. You can have a countdown timer. So if you're using this to promote a webinar or the launch of a class or something that's happened at a fixed moment in time, you can set in a countdown timer. This opt-in disclaimer then says this sort of thing. So you can have people agree that you can email them directly. You can make it more obvious that they're gonna hear from you. You can, in this here, so I'm not saving anything, so yes, I want to save, I want to move. So here you can add in any other fields that you might want. With this, you can choose what to make required, what not to make required. Obviously name and email address you can have required, but everything else you can have as optional. Don't ask for any more information than is needed that you're going to actually use. Here you can set behaviors. So you can have it so that it appears at a time when Sumome thinks is the best time. Might be better to do that because they understand how user behavior works. So you can say if you don't want people to, so if people have already been to your site, you might not want to bombard them with the information again. You can, if you want them to go to a particular site after a particular web page after they've subscribed, you can put in that address there, and you can change your mobile settings. Advanced is to do with customizing the form with HTML. Tracking pixels, so we could put Google Analytics stuff in there, and it can be part of a campaign, so you can monitor your campaigns here. So that is the list builder. The smart bar, the smart bar is at the top, and it's this one here, which just says, this one just says read my latest blog post here. So obviously you can change that to be whatever you want it to be. I'm now pro, so I could change the look of it. I'm going to stick to the default because it's got the right color. You can obviously, there's all these other things you can change. That would appear then at the top of your website. So when users come to your page, they can see that right at the top of the page. And again, you can set the behavior so that you might not want to show it to the same people. You might want to, you can change all that, and you can decide where they're going to go to. So it might not be that you want them to go to your blog. It might be you might have view my latest courses. You might want to send them to your shop. You might want to send them to your contact page. It's entirely what you want, what your objective is in having that bar. And then we will move on to image sharer. Haven't used this one before. Oh, this is yes. Now I know what this is. In the page. It might not. I don't know if I've got it on, but anyway, it's so if you've got good shareable. Oh, there you go. There you are. So you hover over an image, and it gives options to share to Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. So if I click on this will open up the Pinterest sharing button, and I can share that image, and it will then link back to my website. And while I'm here, I think I may as well actually do that. So I've just done that, and you saw how easy that was. And I'll do another one to Facebook. So I'll just log to Facebook, continue as Esther, and okay that. I'll probably change the settings on that at a later date. And so I'm going to put this on here, and I can change this to say watch my free webinar to learn more about how gratitude can help to change your life. Dramatic, but there we go. And I'll share that there. And so that then is going to come up onto my Facebook page, which we will just go to now. So that's been shared, and then you'll be able to see there it is. There it is, and then I can click on that link, and that will take me then to this page. So that's another way that we can. So if you've got good images on your site, if you create lots of good images, then this is a really good way to help share your content to get you good traffic. Discover. Now I don't recommend this. I put this on myself, and I don't know if maybe there was something I missed, but I got all kinds of weird stuff coming onto my site. If you look at news, you look at some sites, and very often they've got really peculiar articles at the bottom. Now I found I didn't like them. I didn't want to use that at all. If you want, it is a way of you share other people's content, and then your content ends up on other people's sites. but I don't know how much control you've got over what site it ends up on. So this isn't something that I looked into. I didn't like it. I put it on. It was off again within about 2 minutes. So share here again. This is the share buttons that are at the side of yes. So you will have seen there are the share buttons here, and that's those. Now, I don't really like the way that they look on my website. I would rather have them sort of more on brand, so that they fit better. At the moment, they are very much the social media services branding rather than mine. So this may be something that I don't use. It doesn't look great, I don't think. But if you choose to use it, you can have them in any of these places. Obviously, you wouldn't have them in all of those places. You can choose to have different approaches. You can have them on mobile. And so then if you've got it on the mobile, it will allow people to share via SMS and WhatsApp as well. That's quite handy. And you can set up your rules so that it doesn't show to people who've seen them a million times. You can this related. You can set when you use Twitter, you can set suggested accounts to follow as well. That's interesting. I'd forgotten I'd done that. And you can set up your tracking, your Google Analytics tracking, and use a URL shortener to help people share. Now, content analytics. Now, this is a really good thing that I really should be using. So this gives you information about how much people are reading, what people are reading on your site, what people are paying attention to on your site. You can set that for all your pages, but you and you can have different campaigns. So you can set that up to when you've written a new page, set the tracking on, and it shows what people are looking at. Now this highlighter I like for blog posts. This is really handy because if I haven't used this, if I put my Twitter URL, my Twitter name there, you can set up your highlights, set up your URL shortener, and then if I go to a page on my website, let's go to a blog post. Go to my last blog post. And what it allows you to do, or what it allows users to do, is select and share key bits of text. And we know how much people love to share quotes and small little sound bites from books, from blogs that they're reading. So once I can scroll down, so if I found right, so there you are, there's a nice one. I am working on creating good memories, and now that should offer me a highlight. I guess I've done something. Right, it's just... Okay, so this one isn't doing what I thought it was going to do. I will look into that and let you know. Have I got it actually on? Yes. Okay, so I don't know why that's not working. Shall have a look. But that should give you the option to highlight that content and share it. It worked when I was looking on my phone once, so I don't know if I've changed something else somewhere in the settings. So this scroll box is for if people are just scrolling through. If they've ignored your sign up form and they're not scrolling, they're not paying attention to what you're asking for them, you can have another pop-up to appear by the time they've scrolled down to a certain place. So you can have it, you can set it where you like, and after they've read 40% of the page, if they still haven't signed up, you get that to pop up, and you can ask them again if they'd like to join your mailing list. Again, this can be customized. You can link them to a particular page if you want to, and in much the same way as previous things. Excuse me. Everything's moved. Everything's just moved, hasn't it? Okay, so the welcome mat. So you'll have probably seen these when you're looking at other people's websites. This will pop up when you come to a page. This big page will pop up, and you can have movies playing behind it. You can have pictures playing behind it. You can have different patterns. You can have very plain look. I like the movie. I think that looks really nice. I really like that. You can as well import your own. I believe somehow there is a way you can bring your own movies in. So if you wanted to go down that route, we could look into that. And that appears as that's a big page. Yeah, that's a big page that would cover your whole page, and then people can click at the bottom there if they want to just move on, or they can click no thanks. And again, you can customize that as much as you like. And okay, so there's a buy it now button. There's Google Analytics. You can link to your Google Analytics as well. The heat maps, they show you where your visitors are actually clicking and looking. So if you've got several clicks on a page, you can set that up so you can see what links they click in. So if you've got a sales page, it's very good for if you've got a sales page, you can find out at what point, if you've got several buy it now buttons throughout your sales page, you can find out exactly at what point they're making that decision to buy. So it helps you to work out, which part of your content are more compelling than others, which part of your sales page is better than others. And I think you got the buy now button. I haven't used that, but let's have a quick look. So you need to use Stripe for that, and also that's just if you've got it's just a buy it now button that links to Stripe, so that's straightforward enough. If you use Stripe and you want to use that, you can have that in your sales pages for your downloads, your various products. So I think that's everything. Oh, there's a contact form as well. You can set up a contact form which you can have, and you get information through it. Information comes through it. so you need to, you will get notification of that actually. You get a notification of that. You can design your contact form. So here's mine. It's very simple and it's just at the bottom of my page. I'm not sure what that is there, but you can get different, you've got different types. So I think that's everything that I can think of that you might need to know. So I'm going to end this now. So if you want to have a look through this, and obviously I can set up, but if you watch this video and decide what it is that would be most useful for you, and then we can work on getting it together. Okay, bye.